the finish line. Check the radio, the big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We are live here tonight at South Boston, Virginia, at South Boston Motor Speedway, and tonight we've got 19 legend drivers on the track ready to go at it and do battle here. So let's get right to it and go over our field of drivers here tonight. Starting on the pole, that'll be Jonathan Atkins in the number 17. To his outside, the feature winner last week, Kayla, the one, don't mess with Texas McCarthy in the number 24. Row number 2, that's going to be Lucas Gordman in the number 6. And to his outside, that's Cooper Rollins in the number 13. Row number 3, that's going to be the 25 of Brian Rupert. And to his outside, that's Dave Bitchner in the number 3. Row number 4, that's going to be Cindy Taylor in the number 7. And to her outside, that's Timothy Ripley in the number 117. Row number 5, that's going to be Matthew Hoffer in the 84. And to his outside, Dustin Slonaker in the 50. Row number 6, that's going to be Michael Hill in the 42. And to his outside, that's Robert Kahn in the 21. Row number 7, that's going to be Chantel, the throttle poddle in the number 5. And to her outside, that's Brian E. Wright in the number 18. Row number 8, it's going to be Aaron Clark in the 86. And to his outside, that will be Dustin Rouse in the number 30. Row number 9, that is going to be Keith Taylor in the 8. And Jeffrey Oakes in the 20 to his outside. And rounding out your field, that is the number 79 of Jesse Baker. And that is your star-studded 19 legend driver lineup here tonight here at South Boston, Virginia, South Boston Speedway. Fastest qualifier was Jonathan Atkins, but the feature winner last night out, Kayla McCarthy, not showing any remorse to him or anyone out there looking to get that win in and get that spot that she's been looking for this entire time. So we will see how everyone gets everyone all lined up and situated here. Atkins representing South Carolina. McCarthy representing Texas. Lucas Gorman representing part of the United States. The 13 of Cooper Rollins representing Utah. And right now, as you can see, we get everyone all lined up, ready to go. Get ready to put the pedal to the metal, drivers. It's go time here at Sobo. Here we go. Green flag high in the air. Here we go. Off the start early on, Jonathan Atkins in the 17 getting a good run on the start there for the green. You can see the battle in the back though starting to form away as these drivers trying to find their line and trying to find their way around, trying to keep everything stable and good to go. The back of the pack seems to have a little bit of a battle. Here comes Kayla, the one, don't mess with Texas McCarthy, and the number 24 Mountain Dew machine trying to put that Summer 17 Punisher machine up into the back. The bottom line is the key line here, folks, and you're going to be seeing a lot of these drivers hitting that spot all night tonight as they work their way in, working the throttle, working that steering in. You're going to see a lot of it with these guys and trying to figure out the best way to get around those turns and those corners, which the bottom seems to be the key factor for some of these guys and gals. Coming down the back straightaway here, we have a caution. Well, that would not take very long there, but not sure what was the culprit there, but we're going to go ahead and find out. So let's go ahead to the PTM instant replay here and see what exactly was the issue there for these drivers. So as we get everything all situated out and figured out what was the problem there. Oh, right. So we got a few cars up in the back there spinning around, but it looked like the 18 of Brian E. right into the wall, upside down, and you see the 74 as well getting into troubles there and problems. The 74 managed there by excuse me, the 84. That was looks like that was Matthew Hoffer involved in that one. So having some troubles. So we'll go ahead back to the PTM instant replay and see about the other drivers there and see what happened to them. Because that looked like a big kerfuffle or scruffle, if you will, in the back there with some of these guys. You can see the number 79, Aaron Clark, in a little bit in there, up with Jeffrey Oakes. And right there, there's a culprit right there. It looks like they got a little bit loose on there, and Dustin Rouse, unfortunately, out of turn 2, had nowhere to go and ended up spinning out the 84 as well there. So unfortunately, a tough break, and then of course you got the big wreck there. And that was your PTM Instant Replay brought to you by Matt Mills Racing Team and Pottles Wraps. So as we get everybody all situated out and ready back to go green flag racing here, we're going to keep the caution out just a little bit longer. You did see one of the drivers was stepped on the turn 2 there. So they will get that all situated out and fixed up. Great field of crowd on here tonight in the chat, in the streams, and all that. And we want to say real quick thank you to everybody out there for tuning in. We love seeing you guys out here. We hope you enjoy the content. Be sure to stay tuned. We are having some more streams and more leagues that we will be producing. But tonight we're bringing it all here at South Boston for the Legends as we get ready back to green flag racing here at Jonathan Atkins, Big Smoke as we like to call him. Will hold on to his leader spot, and he'll try to hold out that one you don't mess from Texas, Miss McCarthy, as she will try to overtake him coming out of turn 4. Watch that green flag there, folks. You're going to see these guys jump right at that start. Green flag high in there yet again. Hey, look at this. The 117 and Timothy Ripley getting a big run there, trying to get on the outside and make the pass. Very similar to how it was with the street stocks just a couple of nights ago. But you could see the run there that he was trying to get, not quite able to get it just yet there. almost 3 wide out of turn 4 there, and you can see that's not where you want to go, because last time we had that happen, you ended up getting a caution. Cooper Rollins in that 13 trying to hold off the number 3 and the 117 of Timothy Ripley. Up front though, whoa, we got problems in the back. Whoa, Timothy Ripley spinning up into turn 3. Caution's going to come out there for him, folks. Oh my goodness, Timothy Ripley getting all sorts of every which way out of straight on Sunday. He was all over the place. We're going to have to go to the replay and see what happened there with him and see if maybe there was something in the way he was driving, hold that line, or maybe it was something else. Let's take a look here. You can see that battle right there, folks. He had a great battle there with Cooper Rollins and the number 3 of Dave Bitchner. Bitchner was trying to hold his line, hold his own. Yeah, that's all on Ripley there. Dustin Sloanaker in the 50 getting right into him there out of the back stretch, and he just lost his cornering and lost his turn. And you know, for folks out there that don't understand how tight these cars are, these legend cars are extremely hard to handle when you don't got them just right, and you can see why that is right there, as that was your PTM instant replay there. So as we get everybody all situated back up and ready to go here. Only 14 laps of 100 into this one. But man, you already can just feel the intensity, feel the passion these guys have right now. They are not going to hold anything out on this track and on with these cars here tonight. You get a good look at a new driver here, Lucas Gortman in number 6. Not with us last time out. It's good to see him on the track. Right behind him, Cooper Rollins at 13. I love that thing on the back right there. You see that? That number 6, he got a thing in the back that says Taco Lover Racing. Man, I know we love some racing and some good Taco Tuesdays, but I don't think it's Taco Thursdays there, Rollins or Gorman. Maybe it might be. I don't know. I'll have to go ask Rollins when I go get a beer with him in that Miller Lite machine. Nonetheless, you got the number 3 as well hanging around back there. That, of course, is Dave Bitchner. Back behind him is the 25, Brian Rupert, and that rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, in the 21. Last time out, Robert, unfortunately, falling victim to some early penalties that he suffered in that Motorcraft. Number 21, unfortunately, getting put into pit lane, and he had to call it quits for the day because, unfortunately, that cost him his race, leading the last lap, but getting that black flag there as well, and it cost him the win. But nonetheless, we're going to go back to green flag racing here as Jonathan Atkins, Big Smoke, still trying to hold off that one. Don't mess with Texas McCarthy. Watch that green flag restart here as they're going to come out of turn 2. They're going to look for that jump. Flags high in the air. Here we go again. Right off the start, you can see Atkins getting a much better run on the straightaway there. Here comes Lucas Gortman now challenging McCarthy, the last week's feature winner. We got the trouble right back on the back stretch. Right in the back stretch, you can see the number 13, Cooper Rollins, getting right all which way to Sunday. He's in the wall. Caution's coming out. That was a huge lick he just took right into that 13 Miller Lite machine. Oh my goodness, folks. A big hit on his end and unfortunately sent him spinning. We're going to have to go back to the replay and see if maybe there was something in there that he could have done differently. From my end, though, that looked like he just had a bad start. We got our eye on him real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So right out of the gate, everything looks fine. Everything seems good. Oh, right there. He just did it to himself. Followed up a little too high with Dave Bitchner there in that 3, and unfortunately got right up in that wall. And once you're down on that bottom, man, there ain't nowhere to go. All drivers doing a great job getting out of the way there, but you did see Keith Taylor in that 8 give him a little bit of a love tap, if you will. And once again, it did send him spinning a little bit. So that is your PTM instant replay there. And as we get the drivers all re-racked and all stacked there, we want to say real quick a special shout out to our sponsors, Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity Series team, working their way up into the ranks and into the system. Be sure to keep an eye on them and be sure to support them on Twitter and Facebook. And of course, a big shout out and thank you to Puddles Wraps for sponsoring us this season. Remember, folks, the winner this season will receive a brand new custom-made wrap car of their choice for free. So That is for both the Street Stocks and the Legend Series, and that will be done via the Paddles Wraps agency and website. So thank you again to Paddles Wraps and Matt Mills Racing Team for sponsoring us this season. As we get everybody all re-racked and restacked and all that, folks, we want to say again, this is going to be a bit of a long run and a long, hard battle for some of these guys. And a lot of people are wondering, why are these guys getting so loose and so tight on this track? Well, we got a little bit of a thing for you there. So let's go ahead to our PTM Racing TV fun facts here. So the track we're at, Soiuth Boston Speedway, is known as Sobo, the short track located just outside of South Boston, Virginia. It's approximately 60 miles east of a much more familiar track to NASCAR fans and other fans of the sport, known as Martinsville. And this track has a little bit of a weird banking, if you will, in my opinion. It's got a 12 degree in the turn banking, but then it's got a 10 degree straight. So you're not going to get much room off those bankings to get more speed off of compared to other tracks we'll be running later, or you might have seen like when we were over in Street Stocks in Charlotte. So you got to really maintain a good position, a good spot that you can run the entire time. And generally speaking, that usually is on the bottom line. But the problem is on that bottom, you've seen a few of them get to it earlier. If you get too low on that apron, it's going to start to really get you loose and all that. So we'll see how they can handle this here as they get back to green flag racing once again. Right back off that start, you can see the big run that Jonathan Atkins has already off the start, holding his lead and maintaining his position away from Kayla McCarthy. McCarthy, though, starting to close the gap. She's starting to hit her marks a little bit better than Atkins, I feel. Starting to gain some time. Still, though, Atkins has her by about a half a second there. But again, it is early here. Whoa! We got troubles for Dave Bitchner in that 3, and he's right into the wall! Oh, no! Caution not coming out. It looks like the flagman not getting his binoculars out to call that one. Oh my goodness, that was a hard lick he took. As you can see, now we have the battle in the back here. Looks like a battle for fourth as Robert Kahn trying to take on the likes of Chantel, the throttle paddle in that number 5 machine. And right behind him, that's the 117 of Timothy Ripley taking on Keith Taylor in the number 8 Hot Wheels machine. Taylor trying to make time up for earlier, and the caution's coming out. I'm getting word from our producers that the reason why they did not call the caution right away was not only because the flagman didn't have his binoculars on, but he couldn't even see him. He couldn't see the 3, and to my response, I say that is not a good excuse, flagman. You gotta know when to call your line. At least the people up here in my broadcast booth that are 6 feet apart from me, they at least know I can see them and we can see them. So thank goodness for that. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look back at the replay here and see what happened to our good friend Dave Bitchner on that one, unfortunately falling victim to that early wreck that you saw just a little bit ago. Go ahead and take a look and see what was the cause of that. Everything looking pretty fine right now. So coming into turn 3, going into 4, looks like everything was okay. This is where you're going to get into turn 2 territory. This is where he spun. Oh, that's on him right there. Remember what I said earlier, folks. Oh, man. He just went right into the barriers. Thankfully, the barrier is giving him a little bit of coverage from that cinder block wall there, but unfortunately, took a huge lick and looked like he was just having all sorts of problems there, but nonetheless was able to get it refired. And that was your PTM Racing instant replay. So as we get the drivers all situated out again, we'd like to remind you that this track is not a track you can just mess around on and think you can get an easy win on. As you've seen in the Street Stock Series, this track has been a host to many great cars, great drivers, and great times. As a matter of fact, the Whelen Modified Series has been one of the most well-known series to run here on this track, and that definitely has been a series that, if you ever watch it closely, you can see that a lot of times when the Whelen Modifieds come in, they will be trying to hold that bottom line all to themselves away from the pack, because the thing is, the bottom line here is really the key factor to winning the race. But the only difference is that when you're running in with these legends, you actually have a little bit more room to work with. So you don't necessarily have to try to see if someone will wait for to make a mistake and then make the pass. You actually have more room to work with on the middle section there, not just the bottom. Now, granted, the bottom where you're getting so close to the apron, that's where you'll get your speed from. But if you can time it just right, maybe get a little bit of a draft off that, you can get the middle section to work. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see how these guys get off that restart as you wait for the green flag to fly here. Pace car is now coming off the track. Atkins and McCarthy with Gortman and Pottle right behind him. Green flag high in the air. Off that restart, you can see Atkins yet again getting a strong start, but look at this up front now. McCarthy in the 24, the Mountain Dew machine trying to challenge the Punisher of Atkins. Atkins, I wonder if he's been wearing down his tires a little bit too much. That at some point, some of these guys might want to start thinking about pitting. Oh, Chantel Pottle a little bit up into that wall there. She's able to recover, though. Nicely done. And bring it back in. The driver out of Newfoundland, Canada, being challenged by the one from Pennsylvania. That's Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. Going down low, trying to get that Motorcraft 21 around the Matt Mills, Pottles Wraps number 5 machine. Side by side out of turn 1 and 2. Still no one giving an inch. You can see what I was talking about earlier with that middle and the bottom. Both lines will work, but right now Robert Kahn seems to be getting that bottom line to stick just a little bit more. And it looks like he's going to get the pass out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Chantel Pottle will have some work to do. She's going to have to put the pedal to the metal and put that throttle all the way to the floorboards to catch him. But right now behind her, you've got the 117 of Timothy Ripley doing battle with the number 8 of Keith Taylor. Both drivers still new to the series and new to into the world of iRacing, trying to find their way around, trying to get themselves up into the front of the pack. They've got some work to do and some company to fight over, but you can see the run there that Ripley is getting. At this point, you might as well call him Ridley because the only one that can stop him is Samus, and I don't see no Samus right now on the track. Tim Ripley right now just doing a great job getting his marks and hitting his shots, trying to catch up to Chantel Pottle in that number 5. Keith Taylor also looking in the inside, trying to make a move around that. Maybe trying to hold out just a little bit inside now. Keith Taylor trying to get it to stick. Not quite able to get it there just yet. You can see the difference in timing there and how far they are off from one another. In the back of the pack, you can see now the number 25 and the number 20 doing battle. Jeffrey Oakes in the 20. The 25 being driven by Brian Rupert, another new driver of the series. And you can see now the number 7 as well, Cindy Taylor, starting to make her way in. Trying to put that Ghostbusters machine back up to the front and try to get herself a nice little points right boost here. From last week, Kayla McCarthy does lead them in points and currently holds them out. And you can see the battle right here in the back. This is the battle for 9th, I believe. As you can see, Oakes trying to get around Cindy Taylor yet again, but Taylor holding out. Oh, we got big problems up front. It looks like Kate Taylor and the 117 of Tim Ripley has spun out on the backstretch. Caution is coming out. Oh my goodness, folks. Well, I'm not sure what the catalyst was to that one, but Tim Ridley is going to put her into pit lane here and try to get that car all fixed up, but I am not sure what happened there. We're going to have to go to the replay and see what was the culprit and what happened there. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh, right there. Chantel Pottle and him getting right into it. The thing about those open wheels is if you touch just enough, they'll send you. So they come out of turn 2 there. This is where all the trouble started up. And right there. Oh, man. Keith Taylor just getting right up into him and unfortunately nowhere to go. And that spun him around, and that will bring out the again, it has brought out the caution, so we'll go ahead and get everybody all re-racked and all stacked there. All right, we got the drivers all situated out and taken care of here. And it looks like some of them have decided to opt into pit road there. So you see actually Atkins was opting into pit road, has put himself in the back of the pack. That leaves up front right now. That will lead Kayla McCarthy to the lead. Or no, excuse me. It looks like McCarthy has pitted as well. Oh no, she has not. So, early on the struggles showing and the track's really showing everything here, but nonetheless everybody has been pulling off a good time and a good feat, holding themselves together and keeping everything good to go. So we're going to see how that's going to last though for McCarthy, because the thing is, since Atkins is now pitted, I think he's probably thinking that he can get that longer run to force off McCarthy when the short run comes in, because here's the thing. McCarthy's now got to hold off Gortman in that number 6, and that might be a bit of a challenge for her because she's running on weaker tires with some guys in the back starting to get fresher tires there. But nonetheless, down the back straightaway, we're going to get them all re-racked and restacked. They're ready to go. Waiting for that pace car to get off the track. And here we go. Get them one more time around. Almost to the halfway point. Here we go. Off the restart yet again. Kayla, the one, don't mess with Texas McCarthy, has already got a good start off there. But here comes Lucas Gortman in the number 6, bringing it down low, and the caution's coming out. Oh, Dave Bitchner in the number 3 has spun. Looks like he's gone into trouble yet again on that back straightaway. We're going to have to go and take a look and see what happened there. See if maybe it was just a fault, was a bad move on his end, or it might have just been a terrible break off that restart. Not everybody's stacking up there. And so let's see coming up. Oh, oh man. Oh, ho, ho. Dave Bitchner had, it looks like Cindy Taylor in the number 7 getting into big heaps of trouble there. We're going to go ahead and take a look on Cindy's end and see what happened to her there. Looked like maybe she got into Pottle and Oaksy there. So this is right before the restart here. Everybody was all getting situated out and taken care of. So here we go. Let's take a look here and see what might have happened there, as we've now reached the halfway point in the race. But oh, looks like Cindy might have gotten a little too close with Pottle, and Pottle might have drifted down just a hit, and that ended up sending her spinning, unfortunately causing that caution to come out, and that's gonna damper her spot a little bit up here. So we'll see how that goes down for her later. But that was a hard lick for her. Oh my goodness. Alright, so the one to go now for these drivers. They will come down the back straightaway here and then up to the front. We'll see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Back to green flag racing here at Soiuth Boston. Right off that restart yet again, McCarthy getting a good run and a good start down to the bottom. And you can see Gortman in the number 6 now trying to get up, and well, the caution's coming out again. Now, I know we're getting a little bit antsy and giddy up here, ladies and gentlemen, but y'all got to slow down sometime or another and let these cars go. Looks like the 86 there, unfortunately, getting involved in that one. Go ahead and take a look and see what happened on the replay here. Aaron Clark, unfortunately, getting in some of an incident there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what might have been the culprit. See Atkins in the back still trying to work his way up, but right now he's running out of laps and running out of time, so we'll see if he's able to find a way in there, but right now he's looking in a bit of trouble. So this was off the restart. Bit of damage on that 18 as well there, Brian E. Wright. But he's still making his way in and getting himself going. Oh, I think Atkins might have gave him, excuse me, Robert Kahn actually, that old Rallis thing might have gave him a little love tap there. It's not hard to do, folks. So you gotta believe, like when you get a love tap here, that will send you spinning a little bit. You can't underestimate those taps. For whatever reason, they will get you when you least expect it. And that right there definitely was a good showing of what we are talking about here when it comes to the fact that these cars are not easy to control and but they're hard, and they're just as hard to handle as anything else. But nonetheless, we've got everybody all situated out and taken back up to wraps. We will get them all situated out and get back up to speed. And then, I don't know, maybe put a little pedal to the metal action here. Get a little more green flag racing in all the way through. I can tell you from running these cars earlier today that when I was running on the Legends, the thing is that this track is definitely slick on the early start. So when you have fresh tires out there, those tires really make a huge difference in the amount of control you have in those turns, because you can't overdrive them too quick. You have to pretty much kind of pedal it a little bit, similar to how we were doing in the street stocks a couple nights ago here on the channel. And the biggest thing I would say is just for these guys anyways, when you got fresh tires, just kind of ease into it and try to keep your line low, but don't try to force it out of exit and go full throttle. You're gonna need to at least pedal it just a little bit and get those tires burnt in. And right now McCarthy may be playing the smarter role here, staying out for the entire time, because certainly she is leading it still. But we're going to find out if maybe that's going to be the same way here, because now here Big Smoke Atkins is coming up to her. Green flag high in the air yet again. Almost a dead even restart for Lucas and Kayla there. Kayla McCarthy still trying to hold off Lucas Gordman, but now she's going to have to hold off Atkins here. Here comes Big Smoke in the 17. Fresh tires on Atkins, and down low Gordman in number 6 making the pass for second. He now eyes the first place spot. Coming down low on turn 1, coming into turn 2. Kayla McCarthy, you've got company, girl. Oh, but the caution's coming out right before Atkins can make that big jump. Well, I'm not sure what caused that one there, folks. And it looks like Jeffrey Oaks spun out in turn 2 there. Well, we're going to have to go back to the replay and see what was the cause there. So let's get it all situated out and taken care of here. So off that restart coming out of turn 4, everything looks okay. You got the 79 there, kind of catching his way in. Jesse Baker, oh man, the 25 of Brian Rupert getting right into it with Oaksy. Unfortunately, the Pennzoil number 20, Jeffrey Oaks, getting a big lick and a big hit, and unfortunately that cost him a lot of time there. So we'll get the drivers all re-racked again and see if maybe we can finish this race out. But this track is eating cars away and giving everyone a bunch of fits tonight. And it looks like maybe indeed Kayla McCarthy is going to finally put that 24 Mountain Dew machine into pit lane and get some fresh tires. I think she's starting to see the writing on the wall here. But nonetheless, Jonathan Atkins, say what you will, but he might have played his hand the smarter way. We're not sure. Everyone gets their little wave around here. Get that lucky dog action here. Speaking of fast cars, let's go ahead and go back over to our little fun fact zone here. So there are many drivers have visited Soiuth Boston, but a series of NASCAR legends that have raced here include the likes of Joe Weatherly, Rex White, David Pearson, Buddy Baker, Charlie Glotzbeck, Buck Baker, and Wendell Scott. They've all competed here in the NASCAR Grand National, which is now known as the NASCAR Cup Series. And that is your fun fact of the evening, folks. Brought to you by the Wraps of Apollo Wraps, and of course Matt Mills Racing Team. So as we get everybody all situated back out here, you can see Dustin Slonaker now making his way back up to the front, starting to get some positions. That number 50 Smurfs machine looking to hopefully gain some ground and some time back from all the times he's had earlier today. I talked to him earlier today too, my good friend and broadcast colleague. I asked him, man, like, how do you feel in track? And he's like, man, I feel like I got problems all over the place on this thing, but I think I can get something dialed in before race time. Well, buddy, I'm going to tell you right now, Sparky, if you're going to get that dialed in, you're going to have to deal with the likes of Robert Kahn and that old rattlesnake, because he's right beside you. Tim Ridley Ripley has now made his way up into that 5th spot. Up the restart, here we go. Right out of the gate, the 42 Nerds machine of Michael Hill trying to overtake that Punisher number 17 machine. Whoa, look, back in the pack here. Robert Kahn has company in the form of Dustin Sloanacre. Sparkle, and the caution's going to come out yet again. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Well. Looks like might be the 25 of Brian Rupert. We're going to have to go to the replay and take a look and see what was the culprit there to causing that one. Looks like it's not Rupert in this case, so let's see, maybe. Looks like it might be Jesse Baker here, so we're going to go ahead and take back here and see if what was the issue. So just get a good look from the rear view here and see maybe if we can figure out what caused that caution to come out here. As you can see, everybody all getting all situated out and taken care of. Well, it looks like Jesse Baker was not able to go right at the start. It looks like he had problems with the car here. We'll show you what we mean here just right now, folks. Looks like he lost power and wasn't able to get it going there. So that indeed did bring out the caution real quick, just get everybody all situated out. But nonetheless, Jonathan Atkins still leading them out and still leading the pack here. 30 laps still remaining in this one, 30 to the distance as the lead cars will let everybody else get back on the lead lap. Brian Rupert in that 25 will bring that old girl up to the front and try to get around that lucky dog. 42 Michael Hill in that Nerds machine. Definitely, if he's a nerd, then man, he's a racing nerd right now, because he's flying past his test. He's making it look good out there right now. But nonetheless, we'll see if Michael Hill is able to get around Big Smoke Jonathan Atkins at 17, because Jonathan Atkins right now has yet to give up any position or any time from him as the lap car is trying to get around, trying to get back up into position. Everybody getting all situated out and ready to go. Watch that restart here, folks. Atkins is going to look for a good start, but Robert Kahn going to need a really good one to catch Atkins there. We'll see how that maintains. Green flag is high in the air. Here we go. Right out of the gate, you can see down low, Atkins getting the big run off of that. Coming down, he's got Michael Hill in the number 42 right behind him, and that caution's coming out. See if maybe we can figure out what was the issue there. Looks like Chantel Bottle might have been involved in that one. Slowed down quite a bit there. We'll go ahead and take a look back at the replay. So let's watch that restart here. Everybody seemed pretty good on that restart. Nothing seemed off. Everyone was tight and packed and nice and all that. But you can see a bit of damage on the 7. Cindy Taylor. Oh! Great dodge by Cindy, but man, the throttle went right into the barrier there. But Chantel able to get it back up and running, so good on her. And that is a PTM instant replay here, folks. So she'll get the lucky dog, it appears, and get her time back up to get up in the front. She will fall back into the pack, though. She will end up almost into last. Brian Rupert still currently working around that and dealing with it. And Brian Rupert now getting back onto his lead lap, it looks like, folks. So he will get the time made up and the time back that he lost. Dustin Sloanacre still in 4th. 3rd, currently Robert Kahn, that's 2021 Motorcraft. The Nerds machine of the 42 of Michael Hill. And then that big Punisher, a big smoke, Jonathan Atkins in the 17. With only 25 laps to go here, folks, do not push that channel and do not change this channel right now. I'm telling you, we might have ourselves a battle to the end here, folks. You gotta watch this here. This is not the time to switch over and watch something else. We're about ready to go green flag racing yet again and finish out the legends here at Soiuth Boston. Just looking in the back here, McCarthy currently might have been pushed a little bit too far back to catch up because she's still dealing with those car issues of getting back up in the front, currently running in 9th. With Lucas Gordman following right behind her in 10th. So the top 10, Brian E. Wright in the 18, the 30 of Dustin Rouse, the 3 of Dave Bitchner, 117 of Tim Ridley Ripley, Dustin Slonaker in 4th in the 50, 3rd Robert Kahn in the 21, the 42 of the Nerds, Michael Hill, and Big Smoke, Jonathan Atkins in the 17, leading the pack and showing them the way. Alright, like we said before again, folks, don't you dare leave now. We're about ready to finish it out here at the Soiuth Boston Speedway. Green flag high in the air yet again, and off that restart, you can definitely see Atkins getting a good jump on that start, making a big pass early of number 42, Michael Hill, and Michael Hill opening the door up to the Rattlesnake. He recoils and bites. Oh, but we got trouble in the back. Big trouble, big trouble. Number 25, that is that is right. That would be Brian Rupert, unfortunately falling victim to yet again another caution. We're going to have to see what was the reason behind that one there, folks. So right off that restart, everything seems fine. Everything seems okay. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, man, he went right into Chantel the throttle paddle. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's what, and Paddles and Chantel, unfortunately, getting stuck up in that one and spun out really bad. Man, that is a hard lick for her. And so we'll see if they can get everything all situated there. It looks like Brian Rupert will go into pit road. Try to get that car all situated out and taken care of there. Remember, folks, be sure to stay tuned for the 3 drivers tonight. Our podium winners tonight will be talking with us live here on the broadcast channel. And I do promise you, folks, we do have everything all situated out. Last night we had some technical difficulties. I can promise you that you might see a few video errors here and there. Again, I can't do anything about that. My producers are not too keen on figuring out how to use computers. That's their own fault. But yeah, nonetheless, you definitely are going to have to stick around for these guys at the end, and gals as well. We still got McCarthy, Cindy Taylor, and Chantel Bottle, of course, in this one. The ladies of our sports currently, man, last time out, they were leading a good chunk of it and battling for that pack there. And now the men have kind of fallen in and started taking over a little bit. And it looks like actually Robert Kahn is gonna get that lead now, because it appears Jonathan Atkins has gone into pit road with only 18 to go. I'm not sure what the or 17 to go, I should say. I'm not sure what the strategy is for him to do that so late in the game. I'm wondering if that's just something maybe he thinks will work out in his favor, or is this some kind of mind game that he can use later when he needs to get up to the front. But nonetheless, Robert Kahn, I can tell you one thing he wants to do. He wants to get revenge after that black flag incident he had last time out, as we're going to stay under caution. The flagman and the people in the booth right now are like, no. We need you guys back on lead laps, and we need these lucky dogs taken care of already. Do not let them go green until we say so. That's my response. I say let them race and let them run. That's how it goes, right? But we will see as they get everybody else situated back up and ready to go here. We're going to finally bring the caution lights off, bring the green flag out here as soon as that pace car gets off the track. Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, looking to finally strike here in the Legends. Here we go. Off that restart, Robert Kahn getting the jump advantage over the 117 of Tim Ripley and Michael Hill in the 42. Everybody staying clean in the back here. Ripley now trying to find his way around Hill. Michael Hill doing a great job defending off the bottom. We've got a whole clean lap in now, folks. So these guys are going to be starting to battle. Look at this. Kayla, the one, don't mess with Texas McCarthy, making her way up into the pack. Starting to find a rhythm. Starting to find a line. Trying to get back up there with Robert Kahn and make them pay. Trying to get back up with her old nemesis and trying to get around everybody else at the same time. The number 3 of Dave Bitcher will go to battle with the number 6 of Gordon. Gordon doing a great job holding him off and trying to keep his rhythm section there. But both drivers not giving an inch there. This battle is for 6, I believe. Number 6 of Gordon now will make the move. Here comes Oaks. And we've got the caution coming out. Well, Oaksy, watch out back there. Oh, caution came out at the wrong time for Oaksy. He spun right in there and had nowhere to go. Not sure if they're going to allow him to keep that up and keep that back, but it looks like Chantel, the throttle bottle. Man, you want to talk about a driver that can't catch a break. I know she told me earlier, these things are tight, and I can't figure out how to get them loose. I kind of told her, I mean, if you can't get it loose, just get that stagger all up to the highest point on one side and leave the rest alone. That's how I do it, but right now, unfortunately, she is not handling the track very well, and the car is not giving her very much help. So we will go ahead and take a look and see what exactly happened to her there. But I can already tell you from looking at what I see here, she got a little bit of a lick in. So you can see the battle here with Keith Taylor and the number 8 and the 13 of Cooper Rollins. 79 as well getting involved in here. Yeah, coming out. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, took the 79 with her there. So it looked like just a racing incident. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, and you got that much company. There is not much you can do, unfortunately. So that, unfortunately, like we said, did bring out the caution, and she is currently in pit road getting everything all situated and taken care of. And right now, to be honest with you, if I'm Robert Kahn, I'm that old rattlesnake, I might be trying to recoil up a little bit and get ready to strike again, because he has got a lot of work to do. And I don't mean that nicely, because the thing is, the one don't mess with Texas is right behind him in third. Two old rivals. I was with them earlier today, and I talked to Robert, and I said, Robert, it seemed like you guys had a bit of a battle there back over at Five Flags, and it seemed like when you got that black flag, like it seemed like you two were just now going to start to become mortal enemies on that track, because it seems like you just could not keep off each other. And he just responded the same way McCarthy did. It was like, yep, that's just how it is. That's racing. We're going to have ourselves a battle, and we're going to do it. Of course, McCarthy and her southern draw and all that was like, yep, I'm definitely going to give him some when I get my hands on him. But nonetheless, we'll see how everything all takes care of here. McCarthy will start in third, and that restart may just be the spot she wants. You want that inside line with fresher tires because you can get a better jump start. But don't count out Tim Ripley and that 117. He might have something for Robert. You never know here. We're going to go back to green flag racing here off the start. We're waiting for the pace car to get off the track. Down comes the pace car. In comes the flag. Get ready to see this one as we bring it back down to Baghdad. Out of turn 1. Oh, we got trouble in the back already. Out of turn 2. Big trouble, big trouble. 5 cars involved in that one, and the one don't mess with Texas McCarthy, unfortunately not getting the start she wanted, went right into Tim Ripley. And that just totaled everything out for her. Unfortunately, that might have just cost her the race. We're going to have to go back to the replay and see if maybe that was just a bad timing move or maybe it was something else. I'm not so sure about it, but let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's go off that restart. We're going to be down almost to a green-white checker now because of that caution right there. Soiuth Boston being a tough track to master and a tough track to win on, as you've seen now. Let's go ahead and look at the replay, and you see McCarthy off the start getting a good jump on Michael Hill getting there. It looks like Ripley just got a little too low, and unfortunately, oh man, Dave Bitchner, my God, he went for a ride there. Oh my goodness. Matthew Hoffer in that 84, we haven't talked about him all day. He got involved in that one. And then, like I said, Tim Ripley, It looked like he just came down too low too quick, and looks like Oaksy is well involved in that. And that is the PTM Racing instant replay there. But man, if I ever had to give my heart out to somebody, I gotta give it out to McCarthy at this point. That was a tough break. It looked like she had everything all situated and done right, and just unfortunately falling victim to those early jitters and that early start. And that unfortunately will not give her the run that she needs to get into that lead. As everybody gets all situated and taken care of here, it looks like Robert Kahn still on the lead lap and will keep his first spot. It looks like Lucas Gortman now has actually made his way into second. Maybe a bit of a sleeper here. He might have a shot at this one here. Get a nice little overhead view real quick as we get down to our last few laps here. You can see the distance on this track is it's a 4/10 of a mile track, but it's not an easy track to figure out, and it's not an easy track to win on, that's for sure. So winning on this track is like a huge success story for anybody that's able to come out here and win. Last winding down, we're going to the green, white, checkered finish on this start. And I gotta think, right now, if I'm Robert Kahn, all I want to do is just get ahead of everyone else. Just one restart is all I need. That's all I'm thinking. One restart, one restart. All right. All the cars getting lined back up and ready to go here. Can Lucas Gortman and that number 6, the new driver to the series, come out on top? Or will the Rattlesnake yet again take over and win here at Soiuth Boston? The green flag's high in the air. And it looks like Robert Kahn didn't even get a restart off that. It looked like Gortman just jumped it. But nonetheless, Robert Kahn able to get a good start off that and keep his line. Here comes Gortman down the inside. Robert's trying to block. We got problems in the backstretch. Oh my goodness, we got Cooper Rollins at 13 upside down. Soiuth as well in big trouble. Up and over. Whoa. And Soiuth just giving a bit of a run there and a bump on Rollins there. I don't know what happened there, folks, but Rollins is upside down and Soiuth. I saw him get loose in that turn and it looked like he had big problems there, as you would say. And unfortunately, that just cost him big time there. We're going to have to go back to the replay and see what was the cause of that. But my goodness, I'm telling you right now, that was probably one of the hardest slicks you will see all season, folks. Let's take a look here and see what the heck happened and who started all that. So this is the back of the pack here. Off the restart, everything seems okay. Everything seems fine. Oh, right there, Soiuth getting right into the 30 of Dustin Rouse. Oh, man. Oh, just took a lick and a half. It's a demo derby here in Soiuth Boston, as some of the fans would like to point out to me. It has been indeed a bit of a tough race to get through for some drivers, and even harder to handle for others. That's just that's the whole thing with this series. It's just to show you these guys are putting all their heart and soul into this track, but it's gonna bite you at some point. Let's go ahead and show you what happened with Soiuth. Right there, man, he got right on a turn 2 into Dustin Rouse to the 30, and well, if I had to give him a gymnastics score, I'd say he probably got about 4 or 5 flips in. And then then had nowhere to start, and he lost power and lost everything there, and unfortunately we're right into Cooper Rollins at 13. Nowhere to go there, unfortunately. And that is the PTM Racing TV instant replay. As we get everybody all situated out and Ryan back up. Well, I think you know by now who's in the lead. The old Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, still trying and desperately trying to hold off everything he can. If we do not get this restart done right, we will have one last chance at a green-white checkered for what I'm being told right now, and that will be the end of the race. We're one now down to go. Caution lights are down. Caution flag is off. The green flag is ready. Can these drivers pull off one more good restart and a good run? It all comes down to the end here, folks. That green flag is high in the air. Can Robert Kahn finally get the win in? back down low out of turn 1 yet again. Here comes Lucas Gorman in the 6th. Look at that run he got out of the outside. He's trying to get it to stick this time. Coming down out of turn 3 into 4. That white flag is high in the air yet again. Watch that line here, folks. Lucas Gorman's going to try to give everything he can to get past Robert Kahn to the outside. Lucas now trying to get it to stick a little bit more. Down low, up high. Down low, Robert Kahn still trying to get the run on the outside. Side by side to the finish. Here they come to the finish line. Lucas Gorman with the win. Oh my goodness, folks. And we're looking at the times. That was by 3 thousandths of a, that was almost 7 thousandths of a second from what I'm being told here, folks. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Lucas Gorman. If that's not a way to make a statement, he just made it here tonight. What a finish. Holy smokes. Oh man, we got to go back and look at that one real quick and see how that one all played out. You can't ask for a better finish than that, folks. We got an overhead view now. We're going to show you that last lap here. Oop, nope. That was not the last lap. We do apologize. We'll get that back here. So this is off that restart. Watch how close these guys are on that finish. Watch this. Lucas Gorman. I said it again. I said it before. I'll say it again. The middle line and that a little bit up high will work if you can get it just right for these legend cars. It doesn't work so much for other cars, but the thing is with these small legends, they're able to get those Ford 34-inch coupes up in there. And right here, look at this. The 79 of Jesse Baker, he started dead last year, folks. He worked from the outhouse to the White House, got into 3rd. Look at that. That is just beyond crazy. Unbelievable. Oh, I can't wait to talk to these guys and see what that was all about, man. What an incredible finish to the end. Oh, my goodness, folks. Drivers all taken care of and situated out. We're waiting right now for confirmation for drivers to get into our broadcast booth and go ahead and talk with them and see how they were doing there. Currently waiting. We will give them about 5 minutes here. So if you are wanting to tune out, that's okay. We understand. It's all good. But we really would love if you can stick around and talk with us just a little bit longer. We're going to go ahead and see about that Lucas Scortman and that 6 machine. Talk about his thoughts on that race, but man, oh man, I gotta be real with you folks. It's been so long since we've seen a finish like that. And it has been an absolute bar burner, to say the least here. So we're getting the drivers all situated out here. We're still waiting. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and bring a few of our drivers in here real quick. So we're going to go ahead and bring the second place driver in.
I didn't have
Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy?
Yep. All right, bud.
Well, finished in second place here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is that old rattlesnake Robert Kahn in that 21 Motorcraft machine. Robert, I don't know what's going through your mind right now. I got to believe you're a little bit shaken up and kind of upset that Gortman got you there by not even maybe 8 thousandths of a second for what we're being told, but that had to have been one of the closest finishes we've ever seen here on this track and in this series. And, man, you definitely gave it quite the run here tonight.
Yeah, that was a good race. It's nice to win, but it's nice to be race clean too, you know. And that ending was a great ending. I just a little bit more, I think I had it, but he earned that, man. He made the outside work there, and that's tough to do. But That's a good race. I had fun.
It really is indeed, sir. And again, that was a great battle to the end. Congratulations on that win here tonight, and we hope to see you next time around, buddy.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, Robert Kahn and that 21 machine here tonight, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the winner here tonight. That is Lucas Gorman and that number 6 machine. Lucas, congratulations first off on your win here tonight against one of the elite out here that's been well known for great finishes in Robert Kahn, but you put a foot to the floorboard on that last lap. Talk me through what was going through your mind on that last lap, sir.
Oh my goodness. First off, thank you. Thank you everyone who's here watching. Thank you for broadcasting. Oh my goodness. Like the first green light checkered restart, I had a run on the outside and couldn't stay up there with him. So I tried to look low and then we got a quick caution. And I was like, all right, I know this outside line can stick. So when we got on that final restart, I knew I had to stay with him on the outside there or else he was going to leave me on the outside because tire wear came into a huge play. And once the track started getting that groove on it, the outside line was going to be the main line right there. And I entered in 3, and I looked over to my left, and I seen we were neck and neck, and I knew I just had to get the run off of him. And I wasn't even looking in front of me, exiting 4. I was looking beside me to see if I had the nose on him, and I don't even know how close the race was, but respect for Robert Kahn racing me clean, and that was a fun race. That was great.
You want to know how close it was? I've got the results right up here. It was literally 25 thousandths of a second you beat him by.
Wow.
I don't know how you did that, man, but that was an incredible finish to the end. So once again, Lucas, new to the series and your first time out here, I think you've just put yourself in the picture and sent your message to everyone here. What an incredible race you did here tonight. Congratulations here at Soiuth Boston.
Thank you, man. Thank you once again for putting this show on, and I appreciate it for my first time out here. And I'm going to try to make it a goal, try to come out to the next week and try to do the same thing here.
Well, we hope to see you out here next week, so we'll let you go out and have your fun, maybe drink a few beers, and have some fun with the ladies out there. You definitely earned it tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, man. You take it easy, man. Have a good night.
Thank you, buddy. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it up here tonight for an incredible racing action-packed night. Unfortunately, we did have quite a few cautions there and a few, unfortunately, big hits and licks there. But nonetheless, this has been an incredible race and a great finish to what, honestly, a lot of people would say was kind of a tough track to handle and a tough area to beat. And I will say this, understand that a lot of these guys are brand new to the series and brand new to stuff, so we're still getting all the kinks and everything figured out, but nonetheless, you can see just the passion in the racing that this league and everyone else around you is really trying to push on forward as we go on. But nonetheless, this really has been an incredible night, and I want to say thank you to Matt Mills Racing Team for sponsoring us, Puddles Wraps as well for coming in and offering your support to us as well here. Thank you again to everybody out there that supports PTM Racing TV, and to all our viewers out there. We must go for now, but don't worry. We've got more content coming your way soon enough. So to everybody out there, God bless, good night, take care, everybody.